Noah, I know you had your worldview shattered before now, but you don't need to jump! Hey, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 3! I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we reached the city and learned a whole lot of the world. This time, we're gonna go and explore the city itself, because we haven't really done that quite yet. So yeah, there is a lot to explore out here in the city. There is one quest that we currently can do. I'm not going to yet, because again, I mentioned this pretty briefly at the end of the I'm not going to do our side questing for just a little bit. There's a big bit of, not even a big bit of story, there's a little bit of story that will be going on in not too long after this, which is when I'll take care of all of the side questing stuff. Hero quests we'll have with DLC, because this is where you get the last DLC hero quest. It is in this area, in the city, but we'll take care of that afterwards. So, yeah. There's Monica's hero quest. There's the DLC hero quest. There's 2 more in that next region. So that's why I'm waiting for that next region. Because also I don't remember if you need the next region for the DLC quest, because you might. I'm not fully certain.
We made it to morning.
I can go and do some exploration. Daddy. Sure thing, champ. What a good choice. That'll probably help with your studies. Reading.
Interesting.
Shadow, the large numbers gear mostly consists of Redux versions of stuff that we salvage from battlefields. After so many years of tinkering about with this stuff, we got the process down to a fine art now. Well, it's pretty good, no?
Yeah, totally. You never know this stuff was salvaged from battle wreckage.
Actually, I help them out with it from time to time as well.
Good to add more names.
Shop of Wellwell is general store, passed down through many generations of traders.
Ancestors of Wellwell travel whole of world in caravan, but one day decide to stop caravan and settle here. Shop dealing many goods. Artistic things, not bug craft, fun printed matters, important service to city friends. Thanks, Wellwell. There is a trader pawn here already.
So
Much hello.
choice.
Which we'll grab one of everything.
Appreciating friend custom.
Good to add more names.
I so want some new clothes. You might have to be a bit patient. City clothing.
I see.
Hello, shopkeeper.
There's so
No.
much choice.
Lots of extra gear here. Critical rate up will be really nice. That could actually be... Challenger Gauntlet can be really good depending on your class.
Thank you very much.
There is... Yeah. That's a side quest there. Again, don't want to take care of it.
I very much appreciate the scavenger force retrieving those supplies. It sure ain't an easy job.
Dome Wetlands next. The fight never stops for them. Scavenging. I get confused exploring around the city a lot, because there's a bunch of layers to the city. I think there's 3 levels? I want to say 3 or 4. Big area. Big, winding mess of an area. It's not really that messy, it's... You just gotta get used to it. And I am not. I've not been for quite a while. Let's see. Anything down here for us? It does not look like there is a container, at least. Hello, yes, I know you already trust us so much, so we're gonna steal your equipment.
Take good care of that.
A bunch of silver coins. Yeah, the city. It's very cool. This is really... I mentioned this at the start, 2 episodes ago, but Chapter 5 is when things really start... I mean, I guess Mio is a cat. Is when things really start moving along for the story, where you have, there's a lot going on. You really start to get working through things. The city is kind of, you start learning about the lost numbers. You start learning about some of the extra truths of the world, and the real big, a major story bit, the climax of the emotional climax of the story does happen in this chapter. I won't explain exactly what it is or how it goes about, because obviously that'd be dumb. But there's a lot to look forward to in this chapter, I will say that. So much to look forward to.
Hello, Yaman. So you smashed up the castle's annihilator, huh? We used the chaos in Comic Credit to kick Kevis in the proverbial by raiding those pods. You are, bros. You're like a star hope rising above this city. You've set an awfully high standard for
Good
yourselves.
to add more names.
Wow, someone who actually doesn't hate us right away. That's amazing. Thank you so much for not hating us. I think that Napon is who we go to. Yes, we can. To Gigi.
Outside thunder with noise of war, but inside the city happily safe. Gigi have eye patch, so Gigi never leaves home without.
Well, I didn't think Napon had any need for eye patches.
Gah, keep voice tones down, or Gigi have to admit it merely stylish affectation.
To add more names.
I love Napon. I will say this every time I hear a funny line from the Napon, because they are great. Love your Napon buddies. Your friendy pawns, I guess. It's the module warehouse with yeah, there is quite a bit here. And annoyingly, we have to keep opening that door. I think yeah. It will keep closing and reopening and all that annoying stuff, but alas, what can you do? Oh, so Gray's back. Yes, Gray! Where's our buddy at? Gray is from the city, so this is where he shows up when he's not in your party.
You already know this, but Agnes and Kevis have been fighting forever. And we've been living so that we can escape the notice of Agnes, Kevis, and Mobius for just as long. I think it's about time we stopped living this way, don't
To add
you?
more names.
I don't know, man. I see why you want to, but also that is very dangerous, so you know, getting 3 people sicked on you sounds like a terrible idea. So, you know, probably don't. You know, especially because you got babies and kids around. You don't have to worry about that with Agnes and Kevis, because, essentially first term is roughly around 10 years old. Again, just roughly. So, born at 10, you grow up until you're 20, and then you die. Just like real life, really. By the time you're 20, you're basically dead already. It's just a husk of a person already. It's fine. I don't see why this world is really controversial at all. It's basically just like the real thing. But no, that's roughly, again, give or take a little bit. Not fully, but again, just more or less assume that each term is still a year, but you start off at 10 and don't have much time after that. So yeah, lots of exploration of the city going down. Now, lots of people that we haven't talked to yet, all the way down is about there. And this part of the city especially is really annoying to traverse around. We get Rebelli Plaza, although this is actually,
What's inside?
this will actually be useful for a very minor side quest. There's a lot of times we'll be like, oh, this will be useful later. Really? Really? Of course. Of course. So why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be locked? I think it's locked on both sides too. I think it's unlocked for that quest. So we at least know how to get there, so that'll be useful in future. Get the trading route. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it's locked on both sides. Yeah. Seems to be locked.
The lost numbers are short on snipers, right? It's just that I've been considering changing my role is all.
You're changing your blade again? Are you really sure you found the right role this time? Blades?
Interesting.
Which I actually don't remember if that explains how blades for the lost numbers work. Like, I at least get it for Ouroboros how we change blades, because I mean we have magic powers, basically. So yeah, there's Moish. Hello, Moish.
Grandpa and Grandma are always reading me books. It's super kind of them.
Grandpa, Grandma, you're most wrinkly dudes, right?
That's right. That's your dad's dad or your dad's mom, or your mom's dad or your mom's mom.
You're making my head spin here, bud.
To add more names.
I also do like them being confused by what to us humans seems really normal. Locked, I think that's for something later on. It's difficult to become an Ouroboros candidate. Oh yeah, to qualify you have to pass the exam, and that's held just once every 4 years. Only 10 can get in, 4 of which are reserves. There are a lot of applicants, but only the very best make it.
More names.
A bit of information about how Ouroboros actually works out around here. Can mosey on over here. Go to the medical facility. Is this the... No. We have locked up. No! Let me out! Hello, Dr. Hollis, hello! I dare say there are quite a few questions you'd like to put to me right now. If you aren't sick or wounded, please stay out of the medical facility if you don't mind. Your presence is bound to cause fuss, you see. Please bear with me for the sake of the people who need their rest. Oh, like those little baby people. That's right. There's some gravely ill old folk being cared for too. People who are sadly coming to the end of their lives. The phrase baby folk amuses me. Those darn baby folk. Hello, Jagar. Hey, you got some moves. Here. What's up? Am I a rare sight to you? Today's got 3 types of folk. Promising youngsters, hardworking adults, and old folks with time on their hands. Time on your hands? Like, you don't have anything you need to do. We paint, write poetry, play an instrument, or in my case, have a good old drink every day. What a useful way to spend your time. Hello, Leanne.
This expanse here was once the battleground of Kevis and Agnes, an especially violent one at that. The battle was a swamp for both sides, although it remained as a wasteland mounted high with husks. It was the place that our ancestors made a home. It's a strange and haunted sight, but it keeps us safe and hidden. Nothing's really changed since then. We still live here, leading our boxed-in lives, counting out our stagnant little days.
Oh, sound happier, won't you?
The elder's a lady I admire. Never strong woman have I seen. Her father and her spouse together lost, yet she still soldiers on in stern command. As daughter of the noble house of Doyle, I hope that I too climb to such a height.
Good to add more names.
Thank you, Tiger. Thank you, Cat, for scratching yourself right now.
You guys fight with a whole bunch of different weapons, right? How'd you find out which one suited you best?
Well, I guess we just picked out the ones we found easiest to use. So why were you asking us about that then, Shiner?
I just wanted to pick your brains. You can kill pretty much any blade now, but you can't win being so flaky, right? I want to settle on a weapon and get good at it. Then maybe someday I'll get to be an Ouroboros candidate like my dad.
Good to add more names.
Who's playing the music? Who? I don't know. Who's playing that infernal racket?
Corley? My mom got remarried. Now it sounds like her new partner will be moving in with us soon. How would you guys feel if you were in my shoes? I guess once remarried. So moms and dads, they get married, but my dad went and died, and my mom got married again. It sounds way complicated. So complicated I don't even know how to
Good to
respond.
add more names.
Classic uni. This confuses me, so I'll give up. But not. Again, this is a whole, whole big culture shock to them. They don't really understand anything that's going on because, World of Warfare and whatnot. I won't blame them. Hello, Garrett. The elder might be welcoming you or Ouroboros with open arms, but I doubt everyone will feel the same. Please don't disturb the peace we have here in the city.
Good to add more names.
You know what? I respect that. I respect that. He doesn't seem too friendly to us, but he doesn't really need to be.
You find what it is you're looking for in the end. That was the last thing that my brother Yu said to me.
made up his mind to head out on the important mission with Guernica, but he never came back. It's hard, losing someone important. My brother was a fighter. He was prepared to do what he had to for his family, but it doesn't make me miss him less. So yes, the sister of you we heard about all in the beginning. I think the lost numbers are wrong to carry on stealing cradles at the risk of exposing themselves. All they're doing is giving the enemy more hostages, and yet they still carry on. We all know what kind of atrocities are going on in the castle.
Good to add more names.
Would you say it's pretty vain of you to assume that? No, I mean, he's got a point. Again, risk reward, caution, all that good stuff. Useful for the people of the city here. Where is Gray? Where's our buddy? Where's our best? I do not remember if they actually have like schedules where they'll go to bed at certain times. The city's residents are descended from the 6 houses. I can trace my roots back to House Ortiz, Monica's to House Random, and so on and so forth. In remembrance of our ancestors' endeavors, our eye patch are each adorned with the pattern of our respective houses. Guests like you have to make do with just a plain, boring old version, I'm afraid. And I do like how there is sometimes lore given out aside from just like the information blurbs that you'll get and discuss. As well, there's more to learn about the world than just what the big thing that they're like, hey, this is really important for you to know. Granddad can carry a great tune. I feel so cheery and breezy when I hear it, like I can get through anything. Some people don't like it though. Can't defeat Mobius with music, they say, but I think that's the world of Granddad, and hope people who encourage it does not fight or hurt them. And oh boy, there's a lot of people out here in the city. Dear friends, know, name of lost number of level 111 is mercenary. Also with container slotted in, often used as transport craft or armory. Be the Levises we saw around the castle. Also, we have little autolives about size of 1 biggie pond called Sentry, though a special creation of Massapon. Wasn't we fought in Alfredo Valley, maybe?
Good to add more names.
I also just love the phrase biggie pond. Good old biggie ponds and normal ponds. I wish I was a normal pond. However you look at it, Guernica was a great man and a heroic fighter. He stayed in his position as elder to Monica so that he could carry on fighting the front lines. Each time he rode back into the city on his left as he brought back a brand new tale of valor and daring do. Yes, and I certainly wasn't the only one who was eager to hear them either. He inspired courage in all of us, not just the lost numbers. He was a great example after his final moments. The city isn't without its own internal squabbles, but in the Chiba Canteen, everyone is a valued customer. No matter your viewpoints or beliefs, all I want is for you to enjoy some delicious food. Speaking of, I recommend Aquapaza al City. It's a classic city cuisine. If I recall, Aquapaza is actually like one of the best food items. But I don't remember. I could be wrong. Monica's little crew of running dogs, eh? Well, you can leave me right out of her, whatever it is. That's not us. What, you ain't lost numbers? That's alright then. Not everyone in the city supports the Lost Numbers crew, you know. Some of us want nothing more than a quiet, peaceful life. That's what I want anyway, to be left at peace.
To add more names.
And you know what? Yeah, very fair of him. Oh, that guy's annoying because he's upstairs. Oh my, I'm running in circles. And I don't know what I all have and have not found. Wait, is he below us? No, he's definitely above. Hold up. I think we can... I know... Oh my god. I know there's something around here. I don't quite remember if it's above or below. Maybe it's behind? No, I think it's... It must be below then. So... We can just... Drop down. No. Here. Still no Gray. Where's our big man Gray? Finally has a place that he can show up in. Oh, this is very dangerous. And thus, Ouroboros, the hope of Ionios, died, falling off a cliff. For no goddamn reason. Nothing prompted them. They were just trying to climb around the city, and they just jumped off to their deaths. I feel like Gray usually shows up around here, but I don't... Again, it might be something where, just depending on what time of day I might be in, or not. This city's really annoying is definitely too harsh a word. It's confusing to get around for sure. Oh, you know what? I think this is how you get up to that other one that we hadn't quite seen of yet. Just, where is Gray? Does he not show up until later? Because he should be here. But he just is not deciding to show his face. You can't actually see his full face now. And it's something to keep. That is something new. We can finally see what he fully looks like. But apparently he does not want to show up. I don't know where he is. But, you know what, I think that that's a decent bit of exploration. I'll redouble around when we start our side questing. But it's because there might be some more information that's unlocked, some that hasn't, I don't know. Rosanna. Hello? Did you all come from the Ayadia region? Yes, that's right. And did you happen to bump into my husband? He said he was heading off toward Millick Meadows.
Good to add more names.
That's... okay. That's right. Okay. You... so, you must not show up yet in the city. Because that's Gray's wife, by the way. Have you seen the founder statues yet? They're statues that got made of the people who originally built the city. Here's a question for you. Who do you think is the coolest of them? Maybe the one on the far left? Oh, so that's what you're into, huh? For me, I guess it would be the second from the
Good
right.
to add more names.
I don't know who they're referring to with either of those. But you know what? With a nice loop around the city, or 2 loops, I don't actually know how far we traveled. That will do it for this time, and next time we're gonna go and take a nap. But until then,